This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, I want to take a look here at Apple, and their earnings are out today after the close. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have the mighty Apple. Now, you can see here what a really good trader this was. I told you guys to get in here. I got in here at the 122 level, okay? And look what a nice run up here. But you always got to be careful of all these key resistant levels, okay? So obviously it made it through the 8-day, and then it stopped right there because what we had? We had a high there of 232.15. All you got to do is look to the left of the chart here. What do you have? 232.29. Okay, so that was your resistance. Then it went next day, went real top of that candle very, very nicely, charged through the 21-day and then right into that 50-day, and that's pretty much where we're hanging right now. So as you get to that 50-day, that becomes very, very strong resistance. So let's look at the upside here first. Okay, so say Apple blows it away and all this kind of stuff. Everybody's not giving them a really big chance here, but Apple just has a way of doing it. Okay, so right here on the upside, this is the key level, is that 240.02. That's what we want to do. And then we go today's high, you got that 240.79 level, okay? But realistically, we can just start rallying all the way up here. You got 243.71, we got 245.55, and it would come up top of this candle at 247.33. Now again, if it keeps straight on rolling here, you got 249.10, and then we can just keep following around up here, 253.28, come right up here to 258.70, and there's your big retest at 260. But you got to close above this 50-day. That's going to be very, very key for the upside. Now, downside here, well, you want to watch that 21-day, 236.15, very, very crucial, okay? So you want to have that on a closing basis. You want to close that candle above that. If that's lost here, then we're going to come right here to this old Hondo here at 233.49, and then we can come all the way down here to this 8-day at 229.84 level, okay? And then we can just follow it all the way down until you get down to this 219.38, which is that 200-day. Now, always look at it this way, okay? Microsoft had really good numbers. Their guidance was a little bit light. So always watch, okay? It's not the news what that matters. It's the reaction to it that does. It's like Tesla, okay? The news I thought was absolutely terrible. Came all the way down there on the stock, all the way down to 365, on the Tesla, and then rallied right all the way up to 413. Okay, so it's not really all the time. It's the reaction to the news. So always remember that, okay? So what you're watching there is you're going to be watching this 50-day on the upside, okay? And you're going to watch that 21-day, okay? And that 8-day there on the downside, key levels. You break above it, we follow the candles up to maybe get to that 253 level. You start losing all these levels, then what we do is we'll come all the way down here to possibly retest that 219.38 level, okay? Now here, when you look at a weekly chart here, okay, it's a really, really nice chart pattern, okay? But the key is here we're right above that 21-day, 233.98. But right there's that 241.18. That's what you got to close above there for the week, okay? Which would be tomorrow. It needs to close above that. Then we got a good shot at going to 260. If not, you're going to come off. You're going to go either sideways to down. We got to see how this all shakes out. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin looking really, really good here today, okay? So what we have here, you have that nice W pattern here, and now we got below it, but you notice that we held that 21-day and that 50-day on a closing basis. That's the key. No, it went down on a closing basis. Now you can see where all these candles here are making nice higher lows and higher highs. That's always very, very good. Now let's look at the downside here first. Okay, so you really want to watch this key level here. This is that 103.981. That's going to be very, very key. If that is lost here, then we're going to come right to the bottom of this candle here, 101.280. Okay, then we can come here to yesterday's low, looking at 109.50. And then you had 100, 300, but the key level is going to be that 21-day on a closing basis, 100, 126, and then we have that 50-day at 98.776. Okay, so that is going to be your key levels, is that 21 in that 50-day, and we just follow the candles down. But this 8-day is very, very crucial that it needs to stay back above, because look at it, you can see when it stays above, what happens is very, very nicely, then it could rally up. Okay, so let's just see. Today we made a nice high there at 106.570 level. That IBIT is just a fantastic trader. Really, really good trader there. Okay, so what we got here is you want to look at 106.570. Okay, then we can come up here top of this candle, 106.615. Then we'll come up here, 107.10, and then this is what you're going to be looking for, is this 107.485. okay? So we got to see what the reaction is because you have a lot of resistance going on right on in that level there, okay? Then if we can get above, we come right up here, 108,475, 108,960, and then we have the big retest at 11,150. But we got to see what the reaction is if it gets there, okay? If it gets there and you close above that number, then wow, then you can just go balls out because you're going to go 115, 117 level. You'll have a nice rally just like we had here. But right now here, we're basically just in a trading phase, okay, until we're either going to break up here or you're going to start losing that 21-day and that 50-day, and we're going to break back down again, okay? So right now, this is just a trading phase kind of a situation, and it's working out very, very nicely. So just watch that 8-day on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key. If that's lost, then you just come right down to that 21-day, the possible 50-day, and then if that's lost, then we can just follow candles down until we get down to the 89. On the upside here, this candle is going to be key. That's 107,485. You need to close above that or retest it and then see what the reaction is once we retest it. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart. Now you can see this. I just wanted to show you up here on just a single chart here. Okay, so when this price gets below that 8-day, this is what happens, and you fight it the whole way. Okay, once you get above it, look how nice it is. You get below it, see you're fighting the whole situation. Look at here, nice. When you get above it, even when it comes sideways, it still holds that support level and it rallies up. Now, this is looking very, very ugly. And now we have what they call this an indecision candle, but we have a lower low again, okay? So what you really want to watch here is two key levels. Is going to be this 50-day on a closing basis, 71.67, and then we want to watch that 100-day at 71.10. Now, again, if that's lost here, you're going to bring over here to this 70.12 level, which is basically just the bottom of that candle right there, okay? So that's what you're looking for. And then if that's lost, we can come down to this price channel here, and we're going to be looking right there at that 68.42 level, okay? And then we can just work yourself all the way down. What you got there is you got 66.98, and we can come all the way here to your 66.53, and then we have your big retest down there at 65.27. But right now, this is not looking any kind of like a bullish scenario. Now, on the upside, obviously, we want to watch today's high, okay? 72.02. But this is going to be the key level right there, 74.15. That's going to be very, very crucial. Right there, the 74.84, that 200-day. And then they have the 21-day at 74.94. Now, somehow there's a disruption or something, within the oil business. Then if we can close above that, then we can start following these candles up. We can take it right on up here. But right now, as long as that price is below that 8-day, 21-day, and 200-day, it's not looking really, really good. So basically what you're trading here now is that 50 SMA here, that's 71.67, and you're trading this 74.15 level, okay? So we got to see, is it going to break up here and get through all of this here and go higher, or are you going to start losing that 50-day and come down to the 100-day and maybe go lower? Or are we just going to have some sideways action? So to me, this is just a trading situation. I'm short, and then I scalped the UCO on the longs here. Now, the trade's been really kind of small because you really don't have much action going on here. Now, RSI here, you're sitting down at 46. Plenty of room there. You're nowhere near oversold conditions. Same way here, your green below your red. That's nowhere near. That has a long way to go. So let's just see how this all shakes out here. But just trade this. We just watch that 50-day, 100-day on the bottom and watch that 8-day there on the top. Okay, let's take a look here now at natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, the EIA report came out, and you actually had a huge draw, okay? I mean, let's see what we had here. Yeah, you drew 321 billion cubic feet versus the expected was 313. Now, this is the perfect example of what I show you is not the news that matters, it's the reaction to it. So usually when you get news like that, it says, wow, this thing's going to scream right on up here. But it isn't. The traders are seeing this, and they're looking at the futures, and they're saying, well, wait a minute here. This is going to go lower here. Now we're going into seasonality again here, so this isn't looking too good. Okay, so what you want to watch is we want to watch today's low, obviously. That's at 308. We want to watch yesterday's low. That's at 306. And then here's your key level is at 304. That's at 100 SMA here, okay? Now, if we start losing that there, then we can come right over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 2.97, okay? That's your next going to be target. Okay, we'll come right over here. You're looking at 2.90. We have here at 2.83, and then this is going to be critical one right here. This is that 2.68 because it lines up very nicely here with that 2.67, your 200 SMA here. So the chances are if you lose this 100-day on a closing basis, you're going to head towards that 200-day very, very easily. Okay. Now, upside here, we have not filled that gap, so you want to watch at today's high at that 324. That's a gap, and then look to the bottom of this candle here, 336. Okay, right there. Okay, 324, and then right there, 336. There's your gap, and then your fill. Now, if you can get above that, then we have that 50-day sitting right at 3.49, and then above that, we have that 8-day. 3.63, and then we have that 21-day. But you can see how the 8-day is finally crossed over. Look at all these times here where it almost came, and then no, almost came, and then no, and then now, boom, down goes Frazier all the way on down here. So as those futures go on and as the day progresses, this is going to head lower towards that 8-day, and that's what you don't want, because this is what you get then when you have that, your prices below that 8-day. You get this boom, boom, boom. You think, oh, it's going to break up, but you can't get through that 8-day until you can get a final situation where you can get above the 8-day. Then you're good. But if not, you're going to just keep following it. It's going to keep pushing the price right on down. So for today, this is what you want to watch. Is you want to watch that 3.84. 3.04. Okay, 3.04. That is going to be your 100-day, and then on the upside, just watch today's high, that 3.25, and then right there. 3.36. Okay, so that's going to be upside, your gap and your fill. The downside, everything is going to be with this 100-day. You lose that, chances are you're going to go there right towards that 200-day. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after your pick close. Take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. Remember, Apple's earnings are out here. Maybe we can get a nice good trade like we had yesterday here on the old Tesla. Really good trade. Meta was a really good trade. I didn't. Microsoft, I just dumped out. Now Netflix looks like is rolling here good. Google's rolling good. And then remember, Amazon earnings are on the 6th of February. Trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.